My beloved child, if you have ever hoped for a sign from me, then here it is. Stop and listen, for if you cherish me, do not turn off this video, for this is an urgent message I have for you, just for you. Do not rush ahead. Do not ignore what you feel deep in your soul. I see you clearly. I see the exhaustion weighing down your heart. I hear your soul crying out for rest. I feel the burden on your shoulders from the worries you try to carry alone. Now is the time to stop and listen to my voice. A voice full of love, but also one that is urgent. You may think you cannot stop, do you not? You fear that if you stop, everything will collapse. You tell yourself, if I do not keep going, who will take care of things? If I let go, everything will fall apart. But, my child, it is this very thought that is wearing down your soul, that is depleting you day by day. You are running on a path with feet that are weary, but you still push yourself to keep moving forward. That is why I must call out. Louder, stronger, because I do not want to see you fall under the weight that you were not meant to carry alone. I have been watching you for a long time. Many times I have whispered gentle signals into your heart, the restlessness inside, the restless sleep, those moments when you feel empty even when you are busy. I have sent you signs, those times when you felt exhausted, when your heart felt heavy with no clear reason. But you ignored them. You brushed them aside and told yourself, it's okay. I just need to try a little harder. But today I am no longer whispering. I am calling to you louder, stronger, because I love you and I do not want you to fall. My beloved, hear this clearly. I do not need you to be exhausted to prove your worth. I do not want you to bear everything alone. You were not made to be a lone warrior, but to walk beside me. I am the one who holds all things in my hands, not you. I did not create you to be crushed under the weight of worries. I created you to live in peace, in my guidance and protection. Do you know this? When you keep pushing forward without stopping, you are drifting farther from my presence. You are letting work, responsibilities, and pressures take your heart, instead of letting me be your refuge. That is why you feel empty, even though you try to appear strong on the outside. You can hide your emotions from others, but you cannot hide them from me. I see the tears you shed in silence. I hear the sighs you hold back. I know the nights you stay awake, tossing and turning with endless thoughts. And today I am telling you, let go. Let me carry these burdens for you. Place all your worries, all your pressures, all your fears in my hands. You do not have to fight alone, for I am the one who fights for you. When you are weak, it is then that my power will be made perfect in you. You do not need to push any further. You need to surrender and rest in me. Do you remember my words? Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. This is the promise I have for you right now. The rest I give is not temporary, but a deep peace within your soul. A peace that the world cannot give and cannot take away. But to receive that rest, there is one thing you must do. Stop and come to me. My beloved child, I know you are afraid. You fear that if you stop, everything will fall into chaos. But trust that I am the one who controls all things. The world may shift, but my hand will never leave your life. When you surrender to me, I will protect the things you cannot control. When you lay down your burdens, you will find my hands waiting to lift you up. So, my child, pause. Allow your soul to rest. Let your tears fall into my embrace. You do not need to be strong before me, for I do not need you to be perfect. I need you to be real. Let me soothe the wounds in your heart. Let me take away the worries that have worn you down for so long. Do not wait until you are exhausted to return. Come now, in this moment. There are forces, silent and subtle yet incredibly dangerous, pulling you away from your true self, away from the divine purpose I placed in you from the beginning. They do not come with fearsome or violent appearances. Rather, they hide beneath a sweet, comfortable facade. Things that seem harmless, but in reality are cunning traps. They infiltrate your life in the form of bad habits, small, repeated actions each day that seem insignificant, but slowly weaken your soul. It might be procrastination, compromising with things you once knew were wrong, or chasing after fleeting pleasures to numb the pain within. At first, they bring a sense of relief, even satisfaction. But as time goes on, they wear you down, stealing the peace you once had. They appear in toxic relationships, where you feel the need to struggle to be loved, where you are hurt but afraid to leave. These are relationships that drain your soul, depleting your energy and making you forget your true worth. They make you wonder, am I not good enough? Do I deserve to be treated this way? But my child, the things that take away your true joy will never come from me. I never want you in relationships that cause you pain, restrict you, and make you lose yourself. These forces are also hidden in negative thoughts, silent lies that echo in your mind. You're not good enough. You will never change. No one truly cares about you. They whisper softly, but little by little they erode your self-worth, drowning you in doubt, fear, and hopelessness. The worst part is that you begin to believe them, forgetting who you truly are in my eyes. A person created wonderfully, full of value, and worthy of love. And my child, there are temptations disguised as moments of fleeting comfort. It may be passing pleasures, temporary methods to numb the pain, indulgence in vices, escapes into screens, addictions, or habits that make you forget reality. They are not frightening at first. In fact, they offer momentary satisfaction, but later they silently drain your energy, leaving emptiness, guilt, and profound loneliness. My child, none of these are your friends. They are traps. They promise to fill the emptiness in your heart, but in truth they only dig deeper the holes you are falling into. And I am calling you to open your eyes. Be awake. Look beyond the sweet facade and see the truth. They are not here to lift you up. They are here to destroy you. You have been strong throughout a long journey. You have lived like a soldier on the battlefield, always appearing resilient and strong on the outside. But my dear, I see clearly within you, in the place where no one else can see. You are exhausted. You have held on for so long, suppressed your emotions too much, and have convinced yourself that, I'm fine. I must keep going. I cannot afford to fall. But the truth is, your heart is heavy. Your mind is tired and weary. Your soul is drained, dry, like a field that hasn't been watered for a long time. And what's frightening is that you are slowly becoming accustomed to this feeling. You think this is how you must live. But no, my dear, this is not the life I have destined for you. This is not the fate I drew for you when I created you. Therefore today I call out to you, with all my love, with all my earnestness. Stop. Look back. Wake up. You cannot continue living this way. You do not need to keep forcing yourself. You do not need to keep fighting alone. This is not a battle you have to carry by yourself. This is the time for you to relax, the time to let go of what does not belong to you. Come to me. Let me show you what is true and what is false. Let me peel away the glitzy layers of temptation so you can see their true nature. Let me take you out of toxic relationships, heal the wounds in your heart, and place you into healthy, fulfilling relationships. Let me replace your negative thoughts with the truth that you are loved, cherished, and that you have a sacred purpose that nothing can take away. You only need to come to me. Allow me to enter the deepest corners of your soul, where you hurt the most, where you are the most tired. Do not be afraid that I will judge you. I am not here to condemn. I am here to heal. I am here to break the chains that have bound you. I am here to place within you a new heart, strong, free, and full of life. For a long time, I have sent you signals, gentle whispers in your soul. Sometimes I appear in your dreams, in the quiet moments when you realize your heart is weary. I have tried to reach you through moments that seemed accidental, those times you felt the need to stop but dared not. Those moments when you stared into the void and wondered, what am I doing with my life? But my dear, you have ignored these signs. You kept moving forward, kept carrying the weight, kept trying, unaware that your heart was growing more tired, your soul more drained. But today, I cannot just whisper anymore. Today, I must tell you clearly, you need rest. Not tomorrow, not when everything has passed its limit, but right now. I have seen how long you have struggled. I have seen how you told yourself, I will take care of this later. I can endure a little more. But my dear, the later has come. It is no longer a matter for tomorrow. It is no longer something that can be postponed. In this very moment, I am calling you back to rest in me. Think about the burden you are carrying. How many days have you faced pressures that weigh heavily on your heart? How many times have you held back your tears, trying to hide how exhausted you truly are? Those moments when frustration wells up, but you cannot name your feelings. Those sleepless nights when your mind spins with hundreds of thoughts and no way out. These are signs that you need me more than ever. But, my dear child, this is not a sign of weakness. It does not mean you have failed or that you are not strong enough. No, my beloved, this is simply a reminder that you are human. You were never meant to carry everything alone. You were never created to fight every battle by yourself. I did not form you to live in exhaustion, but to lean on me, to find strength in my presence, and to rest in my infinite love. Let me help you. You do not have to face life's storms alone. You do not need to handle everything by yourself. I am here. I have always been here, arms wide open, waiting for you to release the burdens you were never meant to carry alone. Imagine a small child struggling under a backpack far too heavy, so heavy that they are about to collapse. Can you see yourself in that image? How long have you carried worries, wounds, and responsibilities that exceed your strength? But, my child, you don't have to carry them alone. Let me step in. Let me lift you up. Let me bear what you cannot. Don't wait until your heart is too broken to be healed. Don't wait until the small cracks in your soul become bottomless chasms. Don't wait until you are completely drained before you come to me. Come now. Let go of the thought that you must do everything on your own. Surrender the belief that you have something to prove. Stop forcing yourself to be strong all the time, because you don't have to be strong with me. You can come to me with everything you carry, your weariness, your pain, your hidden anxieties, and I will never turn you away. I do not expect you to be perfect. I only ask you to be honest. Sit down. Breathe. Close your eyes, and let me surround you with my peace. You don't need to say much. Just whisper from your heart, Lord, I'm tired. I can't do this alone anymore. And in that very moment, you will feel my presence. You will sense your heart becoming lighter and your mind growing calmer. I will fill you with my love, my comfort, and my strength. I will carry you through the storm. But first, you must let me in. My beloved child, I never want to see you fall. I never want you to live in exhaustion, but I cannot force you to stop. The choice is yours. Are you willing to release your burdens and let me carry them for you? Are you ready to lay down the pressures you placed upon yourself so that I may fill you with my perfect peace? If these words touch your heart, if you feel a spark of hope, let me know that you have heard. Respond to me with a small action, whether it is a sincere prayer, a moment of stillness, or a choice to trust me just a little more. When you do this, you will realize, I have never left you, and I will always be the place you can return to. Imagine that you are gently placing all that weighs on your heart, the unanswered worries, the simmering fears, the piled-up questions that you cannot find answers to, into my vast hands. These hands are strong, yet infinitely gentle. They are big enough to hold the entire world, yet delicate enough to reach into the deepest corners of your soul without causing harm to any wound. What do you feel? Is it a sigh of relief as the burdens begin to fall away? Is it a sense of freedom, as if the invisible string that once tightened around your heart is slowly being loosened? That is what I am inviting you to do right now. My beloved, surrender is not failure. Surrender is not giving up. Surrender is the bravest act you can make. It is when you choose to let go of what was never meant for you to carry and place it into my hands, the only hands strong enough to bear it for you. You thought you had to control everything. You believed that you needed to have all the answers, to be strong, to be resilient. But I want you to know this. I never asked you to be perfect. I don't need you to prove anything. The only thing I expect is that you trust me. Trust that I see the bigger picture. What you see now is just a small part of the larger tapestry of life. You see a door closing and think you've lost everything. But you don't realize that behind it, I am preparing to open another door. Bigger, better, and more beautiful than you could ever imagine. You feel the path ahead is unclear, but I see every step you take, and I know what lies ahead for you. Trust that I know what you need, even when you don't. You think you need control, but what you truly need is peace. You think you need the answers, but what you really need is a heart that is steadfast. You think you need everything to go according to your plan, but what you need is my guidance. Because I know you better than you know yourself. And trust that I am working everything together for your good. Even in the hurt, even in the disappointment, I am working. Even when you feel lost, I am arranging everything for your highest good. The tears you've shed are not in vain. The cold winters in your soul are not meaningless. All of this is being woven into a beautiful story. A story that, when you look back, you will see the traces of my love and care on every page of your life. My beloved, think of a child. When it faces fear, it doesn't run to find the answers or try to protect itself. It runs straight into the arms of its parents because it trusts. It doesn't need to understand everything. It just needs to know that in those arms, it is safe. You are the same. I don't need you to understand my plan. I only need you to run to me and let me embrace you. Do not fear surrender. Do not fear letting go. Letting go does not mean losing everything. Letting go is about placing everything in its rightful place, in my hands. And when you do that, you will see that you lose nothing, but instead receive everything. Peace, steadiness, and a future full of hope. So right now, let me know that you have heard. Whisper to me, even if only in your heart. Lord, I let go. I choose to trust you. I hold nothing back anymore. I place all my worries in your hands. Please make the best of my life. And when you speak those words, you will feel a shift in your soul. It will be like a gentle, refreshing breeze that sweeps away your anxieties and leaves behind a deep peace. That is a sign to you that I have taken it all, and I will not let you fall. My beloved, this is a pivotal moment. This is the moment where you need not fight anymore. Just surrender. And it is in that surrender that you will find your greatest strength. My dear one, let these words sink deep into your soul, like a gentle light amidst the storm. And if you can only carry one thing from this message, let it be this: I am with you. I am not against you. I have never left you. No matter where you are, no matter the burdens your heart bears, know that my presence has never faded. You may feel alone in your battle. Everything around you may seem to oppose you, but listen. I am not your adversary. I am the one who shields you. And my love for you, pure, eternal, and unconditional, will never waver or fade. Do you know, even in those moments when you doubt me the most, I am still fighting for you. Even when you cannot feel it, even when every door seems closed before you, I am still at work. Sometimes, the best things do not come through noise or brilliance, but through quiet moments, in the preparation unseen by your eyes. Beloved, the plans I have for you are good, not shattered pieces, not things that harm you, but plans that bring hope, life, and a full future. Sometimes, you may feel the road you walk is full of obstacles and not as you imagined. But remember, you are only seeing a small part of the picture, while I see the whole view. Some doors close, not to deny you, but to protect you. Some dreams are delayed, not to disappoint you, but to prepare you for something better. And when you feel lost, remember, I never stop working in your life. You may not see it, but right now I am opening doors you know nothing about. I am creating paths where your eyes see only dead ends. I am arranging people, opportunities, and good things beyond your imagination. When the time comes, everything will appear at the right moment, in the right place, and you will understand. Everything has been perfectly arranged in my plan. Therefore, my child, hold fast to your faith. Do not let the temporary struggles obscure the vision of what I am preparing for you. Remember that I will never leave you, Every moment of your life I am present, both in your joyful days and in the moments when your heart weeps. My love for you is unchanging. Nothing, whether failure, mistakes, or your past, can make me love you less. My plans for you are good. They may differ from what you expect, but they will certainly exceed anything you can imagine. If you are waiting for a sign, this is your sign. This is my message to you, a reminder that you are not alone, that I hold your life in the palm of my hand. Keep walking, my child. Do not fall. Do not let fear or delay cause you to miss the great things I am preparing for you. You may be in the winter season now, but the spring, I promise, is nearer than you think. And if today you feel too weary to continue, come to me. Even if your heart is filled with confusion, you do not need to be strong before me. You only need to be honest. Whisper in your heart, Lord, I have no strength left. Please take my hand. Please guide me, and you will see I have never left you. My beloved, if these words give you strength, a bit of hope, let me know that you have heard them. Whisper in your heart, I believe you are working, even when I cannot see. And I promise you will not be disappointed. My beloved child, listen deeply to these words, for they are the light that will guide you in the journey ahead. I know you have endured deep wounds, silent hurts that the world has left in your heart. There have been words that have pierced you, actions that have shattered you, and betrayals that have left scars you thought would never heal. But my child, there is no wound I cannot heal. Today, I promise to give you a steady strength, a strength that no soul can ever harm your heart again. You will no longer live in fear, no longer close your heart to protect yourself. I will cover your heart with a shield, not made of hardness, but of unshakable peace. They may speak harsh words, but they will not touch your worth. They may try to make you fall, but you will stand strong, for you are standing on the foundation of my unchanging love and my absolute protection. And even more, I will lift you to heights you have never dreamed of. I have placed in you unique gifts, precious abilities that no one else possesses. When the time comes, I will open great doors before you. You will step into places you never expected, and the light within you will shine brightly. Many will see you, admire you, and they will recognize that you carry something special, a gift that cannot come from this world but from me. But, my beloved, when you are lifted up, remember this advice. Walk in humility. True greatness is not measured by how high you stand above others, but by how low your heart remains, ready to love and understand. Keep wisdom in your heart, for when you are given much, temptation will come. The temptation that makes you think that all you have is by your own strength. But, my dear, always remember this truth. All the blessings you receive are from me. Every door that opens is prepared by me. Every success you achieve is guided by me. The gifts you carry, peace, light, compassion, are not for your own glory, but to express my love and grace through you. You will see many people draw near to you, desiring to taste the peace you carry. They will ask you, why do you have such light within you? Why are you steadfast when the storms come? And at that moment, you must tell them the truth. That you have been hurt, but I healed you. That you were exhausted, but I lifted you up. that you were lost, but I found you and brought you back. Beloved, let humility keep you close to me, for it is humility that will protect your heart from pride, the very thing that can lead you away from my guidance. When you remain humble, you will always remember that I am the source of every good thing in your life, and this will keep the light within you pure, warm, and always reaching the souls who need it most. Remember this: when you are in the valley, I am with you. When you are on the mountaintop, I am still there. But on the mountaintop, you will need to hold on to me even tighter, for the winds of pride, temptation, and misdirection are far stronger. So, my dear, let humility be the crown you wear, let wisdom be the lamp that lights your path, and let love be the reason for everything you do. When you live this way, the light within you can never be extinguished. It will not only illuminate your own path, but also guide others to return to me, the source of every good thing. Beloved, I have prepared a great journey for you, a journey where you will not only be lifted up, but transformed, a journey where you will not only receive blessings, but become a blessing to many. But never forget this truth: you are lifted not to glorify yourself, but to glorify me. You are blessed not to keep it to yourself, but to become a river of blessings flowing to others. And when you live with such a heart, there are no limits to what I will do through you. You have struggled for too long, walked too far in exhaustion, both in body and soul. But my dear, the moment you feel like you are about to fall, remember that I am near, so close that just a whisper from you, and I will hear. You no longer need to bear the burden. Let go of the weight that presses down on your shoulders. Let me be the place you lean on, the source of renewal that will restore you inside and out. If you feel broken and depleted, come to me. Do not hesitate. Do not think that you need to fix yourself before you are worthy to approach. You do not need to be perfect to come to me. You only need to be honest and whole in your heart. Speak to me with everything you carry inside. Speak to me not only with polished words, but with your tears, your unanswered questions, and the deepest fears within you. Do not think I will reproach you for your weakness. No, my dear, I listen to every word you say and understand everything you cannot express. There are pains you cannot voice, but I have heard them in every breath of yours that chokes with sorrow. You are not alone, even though at times all around you may seem like darkness and loneliness. You may feel abandoned, forgotten amidst this vast world, but know this: I have never left you, not even for a moment. In those times when you think there is no one by your side, that is when I am closest to you, shielding you in a sacred silence that your eyes cannot see. You may think you walk alone in a barren desert, but if you look closely, you will see my footprints beside yours. I have walked with you through every storm of the soul, through every valley of tears. So, my beloved, lean on me. Do not fight alone. Let me restore your spirit, like rain nourishing the dry land, like the morning sun soothing the long, cold night. When you allow me to enter the most weary corners of your soul, you will feel new life rising from within, not by your own strength, but by the strength that comes from me, a gentle yet enduring strength that never runs dry. Immerse yourself in my presence, and you will experience a peace that surpasses all understanding. This is not a fragile peace that shatters when storms arise. It is a steadfast peace, like a lighthouse amidst a raging sea. A peace that does not come from the change of circumstances, but from knowing that I hold everything in my hands. It is a peace that allows you to take a deep breath, to lay down all your burdens and whisper, Though the storm still rages, I know I am not alone. You are here, and that is enough. My beloved, I want you to know this. There is nothing in your life beyond my reach. Every challenge you face, every storm of the soul you endure, I see. Not a single tear falls that I do not treasure. Not a single cry reaches out that I do not answer. Sometimes you may not recognize my work, for I move in quiet ways. But be steadfast. You need only to trust, for I am orchestrating everything for your good. Let your faith rise high, even when you cannot yet see the way out. Cling to my promises, even when you have not yet seen the miracle. Sometimes, the greatest act of faith is the ability to keep walking through the darkness, knowing that dawn will come. And when that light breaks forth, you will realize, I have been with you every step of the way. So, my beloved, today allow yourself to rest in me. Let me cradle you like a father cradles his little child in his arms. You do not need to remain strong in front of me. You do not need to hide the cracks in your heart. Let me touch those wounds. Let me heal them with my love and presence. And then you will see, true strength is not in never falling, but in knowing where to stand up when you are weary. My beloved, if these words touch your heart, let me know that you have heard them. It does not need to be in elaborate words, just a breath, a silent nod within, or a whispered prayer. Lord, I come. I let go. Please do the rest. And when you do this, you will experience a miracle. The weight on your shoulders will lighten. The heart within your chest will breathe easier. And in your surrender, you will find a strength you never knew was there. My beloved child, today I come to ignite within you a sacred fire. A fire so brilliant and powerful that it can burn away all the darkness that once surrounded you. This is not a fire of judgment, but a fire of love, of rebirth, of healing power. It will burn away the deep wounds left by the past, incinerating the invisible chains that have once imprisoned you with lies. You are not good enough. You are a failure. You are unworthy of love. These lies will lose their power when my light shines upon your soul. But, my child, this fire, no matter how strong, can only set you free when you choose to let go of the past. You must understand that the past has no power unless you give it that power. The mistakes you have made, the wounds you have carried, they only have power if you allow them to control your mind. But listen to me. I am the one who grants complete forgiveness, and when I forgive, I erase all traces in the memory of heaven. There are no records of your mistakes. There is no judgment hanging over your life. If I, the just and holy one, have chosen to erase it, then you have no reason to imprison yourself in regret. The past is not a burden you must carry. You do not need to live in torment over past mistakes. Do you know why? Because the past does not define you. It is not your essence nor your destiny. You are not bound by what has happened. You are defined by what I say about you. You are loved. You are redeemed. You are called for a mission greater than the mistakes of old. But to live in complete freedom, you must take one very important step. You must forgive yourself. This is not just an ordinary act. It is a powerful act. For forgiving yourself is the key to unlocking the door to true freedom. When you forgive yourself, you are declaring that you believe in my complete forgiveness. When you forgive yourself, you are breaking the voice of condemnation that still echoes in your mind. And when you forgive yourself, you are rising from the ashes, carrying a healed heart and a liberated soul. But, my child, I must tell you a truth beforehand. Not everyone around you will forgive. Not everyone will see you through the eyes with which I see you. Some will hold tightly to your past, as though that is all they know about you. They will recount old stories, remind you of your failures, but they will ignore the truth I have declared. You are made new. They may mock you as you try to walk the new path. They may say, "This one, the one who failed so greatly, how can they change?" They will emphasize your past and disregard your present. But, my child, remember, they are not the ones who decide your future. I am the one who holds your destiny. Do not let the voices of men obscure the judgment of heaven. There will be times when you feel alone on this journey, for some will choose the path that leads away from me. They may choose to hold on to hatred, to remain in the shadows of judgment and bitterness, but do not follow them. Do not let your heart be pulled back by hands that still cling to the past. They have the right to hold on to the old story, but you have the right to enter a new chapter. And remember this, forgiveness is not denying the hurts. Forgiveness is the choice not to let past wounds control your present life. Forgiveness is not weakness. Forgiveness is strength. The strength to move forward, the strength to close doors that have already been opened, and the strength to live a life where the past is no longer a burden, but a lesson, a testimony, a proof of the transforming grace within you. Beloved child, if you are wondering, do I truly deserve this forgiveness? I want you to know this. Forgiveness is not a reward for the worthy. It is a gift for those who are willing to receive it. And this gift is for you. Accept it. Do not wait until you feel perfect. Do not wait until everything becomes easy. Do it now, right in this very moment. You do not have to erase all traces of the past on your own. That is my work. But your part is to stop letting the past control your present. Your part is to agree to step out of the chains. Your part is to forgive both others and yourself, so that the door to freedom can be opened. My child, when you do this, you will see a miracle. The fire I have kindled within you will not only burn away the past, but it will shine brightly to illuminate the future. It will be the guiding fire, the warming fire, and the fire that proves nothing, not a single mistake, not a single stumble, is greater than the grace and love I have for you. So, my child, walk forward. Walk with a light heart, with shoulders no longer burdened, and with legs full of strength. Walk as one who has been forgiven. Live as one who has been set free. Love as one who has been loved, with eternal love. And remember, the fire I have kindled in you will never go out. It will consume all darkness, and it will light your path, today and forever. My beloved child, now, I invite you to lay down everything from the old days, the regrets, the wounds, and even the mistakes you have carried on your shoulders. It is time to set them down and receive the incredible worth I placed deep within you from the moment you were created. Do not let your eyes look back, missing the miracle waiting for you ahead. You do not need to hold the past tightly as evidence of failure. Let it become a page turned in the book of life, and trust that the next chapter I am writing is the most beautiful one. I have placed within you compassion, mercy, and the strength to rise after every fall. These are treasures no one can take from you, but you must hold them close. Do not let self-blame wear down your soul. Do not let the whispers within say you are unworthy. My child, when I forgive, I have wiped it all clean. There is nothing in the past that can bind you, unless you choose to hold on to it. Do not let the accusations from within make you forget that you are the one I love, and you have been redeemed by my unconditional love. Let me remind you of a truth. You are a masterpiece I am chiseling, refining, and perfecting. You may see the cracks, but I see the beauty taking shape. You may only see the fragments, but in my hands they are being put back together into something precious. I never create anything half-finished, and I do not abandon what I have started. Be patient with yourself, for every challenge you face is another stroke of the chisel, shaping you into the form I have destined you to be. But my child, I need you to do your part. I need you to focus on the journey I have laid out for you. Do not let your gaze be distracted by what others are doing or by the other paths that may seem easier. Keep your eyes fixed on the road I am guiding you down, though sometimes it may be rough, and at times you may feel alone. You do not need to see the entire map. Just walk step by step, following the light that I shine before you. Take hold of the wisdom I am placing in your heart. It comes not only from teachings, but also from the experiences you have overcome. Sometimes wisdom comes from tears, from falls, and from moments when you cannot understand the reason. But my child, everything I allow to happen in your life carries a valuable lesson, one that only you can truly understand. And throughout this journey, hold on to faith. I know there are days when your faith feels as fragile as a candle's flame in the wind, barely flickering. But my child, as long as you do not let it go out, I will blow on it and make it burn brighter. Faith is not about never doubting, but about choosing to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear. Remember that the smallest seed, when placed in my hands, can grow into a lush garden. Open your heart and receive the abundance I am pouring upon you. Do not limit me with thoughts that you are unworthy or that these blessings are too far away. You do not need to deserve what I give, for my blessings are not rewards for perfection, but evidence of my love for you, a love that is free, vast, and unconditional. Trust that what I am preparing for you is not just enough, but overflowing, not just fitting, but abundant. It is not just peace, but peace that surpasses all understanding. It is not just joy, but a joy that is complete, a joy not bound by circumstances. It is not just protection, but an impenetrable embrace. But my child, do not let self-doubt stop you from stepping into these blessings. You are not a coincidence. You are not a flawed product. You are not the labels that the world has placed on you. You are a masterpiece, created by my hands, breathing with my breath, and bearing my image. Do not fall into the mistaken belief that my grace is something distant or must be earned through effort. My dear child, understand this clearly. My gifts are not rewards for merit, but proof of my love. A love you do not have to earn, because it has always been yours. A love that cannot be made greater by your good deeds, nor diminished by your mistakes. So receive it, all of it, without hesitation or fear. Receive all that I am giving you: forgiveness, freedom, wisdom, peace, and abundance. And when you receive, hold it with gratitude, for these are not just gifts, but a part of me within you. My beloved child, Today I call you to let hope and encouragement become your faithful companions on your daily journey. Do not walk alone in loneliness, for you were born to belong to a great family, a community of love, support, and walking together in the light. Be bold in connecting with them, and let your heart open wide as you step into the embrace I have already prepared for you. My dear child, never be deceived by the illusion that your own strength or efforts alone are enough. I have seen too many lost souls walking in the darkness of pride. They deceive themselves into thinking they are strong enough to fix things on their own, wise enough to change by themselves, and powerful enough to conquer their weaknesses and vices without needing me. They believe that human effort can replace divine grace and guidance. But child, apart from me, all labor is in vain. Just as a branch cannot bear fruit when it is cut off from the vine, so too, you cannot reach your fullness when you distance yourself from the source of life, me. I have seen the arrogant, boasting of hollow victories, fleeting successes, and ephemeral wealth that they mistakenly believe to be eternal. They raise themselves by trampling on others, looking down on the humble souls. They build their thrones on pride, yet fail to see that their foundation is more fragile than sand beneath their feet. But my dear, be different. Do not follow that path. Do not let the calls of the world obscure my voice within your heart. Place your full trust in me, even when you cannot see the path ahead, even when you must walk through the fog of doubt. Keep your heart steadfast in me. If you do this, I will lead you to things far beyond your dreams and expectations. You will see doors open in places you once thought were dead ends. You will receive blessings that your imagination has never touched. I earnestly urge you, never compare your journey with that of others. I know that sometimes your heart wavers when you look around and see their lives seemingly brighter and more glorious. You may see them draped in extravagant robes, sharing journeys to beautiful places, hosting lavish feasts, and living in an outward appearance of abundance and wealth. But child, do not let your eyes be deceived by the dazzling curtains of these illusions. I see deeper than you can see. Behind the smiles displayed on the stage, there are empty hearts, lonely and weary. Behind the sparkling photos are quiet battles no one can see. There are those who appear radiant, but within them lie rooms of broken and cold souls. Child, not everything that glitters is gold, and not everything that is simple is of lesser value. I want you to understand that true worth does not come from what is outward, but from what I am building within you. When I refine you, I do not adorn you with gold and silver. I engrave wisdom, compassion, and an unwavering heart within you. These things will not fade with time. They are eternal treasures, things the world cannot give and cannot take away. Remember this: you are not called to compete, but to shine in the unique way I have designed for you. The rose does not need to resemble the orchid to be beautiful. The sun does not need to envy the moon's light, for each is made to shine at its own appointed time. So too, you, created with a mission and beauty that no one else can replace. My dear child, focus on the path I have set before you. You may see it as long, as slow, but you cannot yet see all that I am preparing for you at the bends ahead. You do not need to rush. You only need to walk in the right direction. And that direction is towards me. And when you choose to keep your heart in me, I promise you will lack nothing that is needed for this journey. I will grant you wisdom when you need to make decisions. I will grant you strength when you feel weary. I will grant you comfort when your heart is lonely. And I will grant you peace that surpasses all understanding, so that even when the world trembles, you will stand firm in faith. Do not fear that you will miss out. Do not worry that you will be left behind. What I prepare for you is not fleeting abundance, but an everlasting treasure. It is abundance in your soul, where you find satisfaction that nothing can shake. It is abundance in your relationships, where you are loved not for what you have, but for who you are. It is abundance in your mission, where you live a life of purpose, reaching and transforming other souls with the light from me within you. And as you walk in this abundance, you will have no need to boast or prove anything. Your life will speak for itself. The light in you will draw those who are lost. The kindness in you will heal broken hearts. The joy in you will be a living testimony to my goodness. My beloved, let hope and encouragement walk with you, each day, every moment. Let them be the guiding light as you pass through dark valleys. Let them be the song in your heart as you go through the storms of life. And above all, let me be the strongest anchor in your life. If today these words touch your heart, let me know that you have heard. No grand words are needed, just a whisper. Lord, I trust you. I choose to walk the path you have for me. And when you speak these words, you will feel my hand taking yours, leading you, holding you, and never letting go. My beloved, listen deeply to what I am saying, for within it lies the truth that will uphold and transform your life. I have overcome the world, and through my victory, you too can overcome every challenge ahead. There is no storm too great to overwhelm you, no mountain too high to block your way, for the strength that leads you to victory does not come from you, but from me, the one who has conquered all powers and holds all authority. The challenges you face are not signs of failure, but tools I use to refine you. Do not see them as walls that block your way, but as doors. Doors leading you to greater strength, wisdom, and maturity. Every trial is not a punishment, but an opportunity. Every test is not meant to defeat you, but to strengthen you, to prepare you for the greater things I am arranging. My child, when the storm comes, do not hastily pray for it to vanish, but ask me to give you wings to soar above it. When you feel pushed to your limits, remember, your limits are where my power begins. I will never allow you to face a trial without preparing you with the strength to overcome. But that strength does not come from sheer effort or willpower. It comes when you choose to rely on me. You may ask yourself, why must I endure this pain? Why is my path so full of obstacles? My child, there are treasures that can only be found in the darkest of places. There are lessons that can only be learned through trials. Sometimes, I allow you to walk through the fire, not to be consumed, but to let the fire burn away everything that does not belong to you, the fear, the doubt, and the burdens you do not need to carry. After the fire, only what is pure remains. A strong, resilient person, carrying a light that nothing can extinguish. But my child, there is one thing you must be aware of. Do not let doubt and despair hinder your steps. The voices within you will try to convince you that you are not good enough, that you will never overcome, that your dreams are too far out of reach. But remember, they are nothing but lies. Despair only grows when you focus on your circumstances instead of on me. Doubt only takes root when you allow it to be bigger than the faith in your heart. Put your trust in me, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. Do not wait until you feel strong before stepping forward. Step forward even when you feel weak, for my power shines brightest in your moments of weakness. When you are empty, I will be your provision. When you are exhausted, I will be your strength. When you are confused, I will be your guiding light. You do not have to be strong on your own, for I will fight for you. My beloved, I want you to know that within you lies a strength greater than you realize. You were not made just to survive, but to inspire and uplift other souls. The light I have placed within you is not for you to keep to yourself, but to shine into the dark places, to those who have lost their way. In the words you speak, in the kindness you show, in your steadfastness through adversity, you will become a living testimony that a mighty one is at work within you. So, my child, do not keep these words to yourself. There are souls out there who are weary, searching for even a glimmer of hope, a reason to keep believing, to keep walking. They do not need a dry sermon. They need a witness, someone who has walked through trials and still stands firm. Share your story with them. Tell them that I have overcome the world, and they can overcome too, if they walk with me. You may think, but I am still weak. How can I inspire others? My child, it is in your weakness that I will show my greatest power. Sometimes, a sincere word from a heart full of scars has more power than 1,000 eloquent speeches. Do not wait until you are perfect before helping others. It is in the process of your own healing that you will become the healing hand for others. My beloved, the journey ahead will not always be easy, but I promise you this, you will not walk alone. You will fall, but I will lift you up. You will cry, but I will wipe away your tears. You will be weary, but I will renew your strength. And when you look back, you will see that every scar on your body is not a mark of failure, but a testimony of victory. And then, when you stand on the heights that once seemed impossible, when you look back at the valleys you have walked through, you will no longer doubt. You will know that I was there, every step of the way. I fought through every battle you faced. I did the impossible through you. So, my beloved child, walk on. Walk with courage, with steady feet, and with a heart full of faith. Carry the light within you to guide others. Tell them, do not be afraid, do not give up. For he has overcome the world, and in him you too will overcome. My beloved child, today I see deep into your soul, where your silent desires, your quiet yearnings, and the wounds you hide within lie. I understand every moment of confusion, doubt, and even the times you question your own worth. But know this, child, no matter how you feel, whether you are on the mountaintop or in the deepest valley, my love for you remains steadfast and unshakable. It is a love that is not dependent on success or failure, on what you have done or what you have not. I love you simply because you belong to me, because you are a treasure in my heart. Let this truth be engraved in your heart. You are loved beyond anything you can imagine. My love for you is not a fleeting feeling. It is an eternal covenant, an unchangeable choice. You are not an accident or a coincidence. You are uniquely chosen, designed with a one-of-a-kind blueprint that cannot be replicated. No one on earth can take your place in my heart. Let this truth sink deeply into your heart and raise the way you see yourself. You no longer need to seek your worth in the eyes of others, for your value has been sealed by my love. So, my dear one, treat yourself with the kindness and compassion I have given you. You have often forgiven and supported others with grace, so why be harsh with yourself? Remember, your mistakes do not define you. You are not the failures of your past. You are a work in progress in my hands. Therefore, do not judge or condemn yourself. Instead, learn to speak to yourself with gentle words, just as I speak to you. You are precious. You are growing. And I am always here walking with you. Make it a habit to speak strong and truthful affirmations to yourself every day. When you look in the mirror, do not only see the flaws. See yourself through my eyes. Strong, courageous, and lovable. Declare to yourself, I am loved and chosen. I am stronger than I think. I deserve all the good blessings that come my way. And do not keep these beautiful words to yourself. Share them with those you encounter. Sometimes, a small word of encouragement from you can become a light that drives away the darkness in someone's heart. A sincere smile, a comforting word, or a loving gesture. These can bring life to souls that are withering. You do not need to be perfect to inspire others. Your authenticity, compassion, and the light from me within you will be the strongest motivation. My dear child, when you walk the path of sowing seeds of love, do not lose heart when you do not see the results immediately. There are seeds that need time to sprout. Some people you uplift today will not realize the value of what you have given them until much later. But I promise you this, if you do not grow weary in doing good, in the fullness of time, you will reap a reward that is rightfully yours. Every kind action, every word of encouragement, every tear shed in perseverance. Nothing is wasted when placed in my hands. Therefore, do not let your heart be disturbed by the clamor of the world. Do not let your gaze be drawn to things that are fleeting and shallow. I know the world will try to convince you that value lies in outward success or in momentary praise. But my child, these things are shadows, a passing breeze. Only that which is built on love and truth from me is eternal and steadfast. Focus on me. Do not let the whispers of gossip, the comparisons, or the pressures from others cause you to take your eyes off of me. When you keep your focus on me, everything else will fall into place. The little things that trouble you will fade in the light of the greater purpose I have placed within you. And moreover, when you walk with me, I will strengthen you to be steadfast, to endure, and to remain unshaken in the face of adversity. My beloved child, let my love for you become the firm root in your heart. When you are planted deep in that love, nothing will cause you to waver. The storms of life may come, but you will not fall, for your roots are firmly planted in the eternal soil of my love. And when you are strong, you will become a shelter for others, a shade for those who are weary and seeking comfort. My beloved, when your heart is tempted by comparison, when your gaze strays and you begin to measure your worth by the world's standards, stop and remember this. My ways are always higher than the thoughts and standards set by man. Your life is not a copy, nor is it a race to gather what others have. You carry within you a unique plan that I etched before you ever took your first breath, and that mission only you can fulfill. My child, your journey does not need to look like anyone else's, for I have drawn a path just for you. There is no need to rush, no need to feel lost when others seem to be moving ahead. Every flower blooms in its season. Every star shines at the perfect time. So it is with your timing. It is in my hands when you walk by faith, when you allow me to lead instead of rushing to keep pace with the world's frantic rhythm. You will see miracles unfold at the perfect moment, in the perfect place, and in ways you never imagined. You may feel the world calling you with its allure, fame, recognition, wealth, and external success. But remember, my child, the gifts I give you always surpass anything the world can offer. For what I give is eternal, pure, and abundant from within the soul. It is joy that cannot be taken away, peace that cannot be shaken, and love that will never fade. The world may offer you fleeting glory, but I give you true light, a light from within, shining even when everything around you grows dark. To preserve that light, you must close the door of your soul to the illusions and temptations of the world. Do not let your eyes be drawn into the fleeting images, those lives that seem magnificent on the surface but are empty within. The world may paint stories of happiness, smiles on social media, lavish journeys, radiant successes. But my dear, behind that glittering exterior, how many silent battles are there that you do not see? There are souls breaking in loneliness, hearts screaming in emptiness, and tears falling behind perfect pictures. So, do not waste the precious moments of your life looking up and comparing. Do not let your heart be swayed by the fleeting things. Instead of envying what you see, have compassion for what you do not see. And instead of following the path of others, keep your eyes focused on me, the one who leads you on the very journey you were born to walk. My dear, the secret to keeping your soul strong and steady is not found in the words of the world, but in what I speak. Nourish your soul with my words. They are the source of life, the daily bread, the refreshing water that soothes the deep thirst in your heart. When you listen and inscribe my words in your heart, your soul will be revived, comforted, and built up. My words will remind you of your true worth. You are loved, chosen, and created to do great things. When you do this, you will witness a miraculous change. Your heart will overflow with a satisfaction that the world cannot give. Instead of comparing, you will begin to cherish your own journey. Instead of envying, you will be grateful for what you have. And instead of longing to be someone else, you will begin to love and accept yourself, just as I have loved and chosen you. My beloved, I know that sometimes this journey is not easy. There are days when you feel slower than others, times when you ask yourself, why have I not achieved what others have? But dear one, remember that I do not measure you by speed. I do not compare you to anyone else, for I did not create you to race, but to complete a unique mission. And when you finish that journey with me, the reward you will receive will not be temporary things, but eternal treasures that the world cannot buy. So, keep walking. With trust, with patience, and with love. Every step you take on the path I have set, you are planting seeds that I will water. Do not be discouraged when you do not see the flowers bloom, for the harvest will come at the right time. And when that season arrives, you will receive a reward greater than anything you ever desired. My beloved, pause in this moment and listen deeply. I am inviting you to return to what truly matters, those things that, when all the fleeting things of the world fade away, will remain forever in your heart. That is family. Those I have placed beside you to love and journey with. That is work. The place where you practice responsibility and express my light in what you do. And most importantly, it is me, the one who is always with you, waiting for you in every moment, in every breath. My dear, do not let the noise and the rush of life blur the most precious things. In the hurry of life's flow, it is so easy to be caught up in urgent tasks, but forget what truly matters. Sometimes, you put so much effort into chasing success, only to realize that you are losing those moments that can never come back. The family meals, the sincere conversations, and the quiet moments in my presence. Therefore, my beloved child, choose to dedicate those precious moments those meaningful moments, to nurturing your soul and nourishing your spiritual life. Just as a tree needs to be watered to bear fruit, your soul needs to be nurtured with stillness, with my words, with prayer, and with moments of sitting in my presence. Do not let your soul dry up from the lack of true life. Cultivate compassion and wisdom within yourself, for these are the seeds that will bear fruit in all your relationships. Let my love flow through you in every action, from a look of understanding, from gentle words, from sincere forgiveness. You do not need to speak grand words. One small act of kindness, when it comes from true love, can touch a wounded heart. My child, I know that the world out there is noisy and chaotic. It pulls you in all directions and wears you down, leaving you exhausted both in body and soul. But do this. Separate yourself from the chaos. Find a small corner, a quiet place to immerse yourself in the things that truly nourish your soul. Let the noise fade away so that your mind can rest in the peace that only I can give. You will realize that joy does not come from the complex, but from simplicity, from genuine smiles, from moments lived fully, and from gratitude for the little things. When you stop searching for happiness outside, you will discover the profound peace that resides in my presence. It is a peace that surpasses all understanding, a place where you can take a deep breath, let go of all burdens, and feel that you are held securely in my embrace. My beloved, begin each day by offering me the first moments of your mind. Before you hasten to check your phone, before the worries of the new day rush in, let me be the first you turn to. Open your heart to me. It may be just a simple prayer. Lord, guide me today. And I promise you this, when you place me above all else, everything else will find its proper place in your life. When you are ready to let me lead your day, I will help you arrange your thoughts and priorities with heavenly wisdom. Tasks that once seemed complicated will become simple. The things that once confused you will become clear. And you will see that I am the one who directs every step you take, opening doors that no one can shut and closing paths that you no longer need to walk. And more than that, I will expand your time. You may think that a day only has 24 hours, but you will witness a miracle. The tasks that once kept you busy will now be completed with ease. Your meetings will become meaningful. Moments that seemed small will turn into irreplaceable memories. For when you allow me to control your schedule, I will stretch your time not by the number of hours, but by the value and completeness in every moment. Beloved child, time is the most precious gift, and what you spend your time on will reflect what you truly value. Therefore, prioritize the things that have eternal worth. Family, because true love always begins in your home. Your soul, because from there all your actions and words are born. And me, because in me you will find the true meaning of everything you do. Remember this, it is not busyness that makes you successful, but your focus on what is right. It is not external achievements that make you great, but the heart filled with love, peace, and wisdom from me. So, beloved, choose wisely. Slow down. Live more deeply and live more fully. Let the truly important things become the center of your life. Begin each day in my presence. And when you do, you will not just live, you will live a life full of meaning, full of blessings, and leave a mark that time cannot erase. My child, if these words touch your heart, respond with commitment. It does not have to be a big change right away. Just begin. with a first moment each day spent with me, with a small act of love, with a word of encouragement for someone in need. And as you walk with such a heart, I promise you will never regret it. For in the end, when you look back on your life, what you will cherish most is not what you accumulated, but the moments you truly lived, in love, in my presence, and in the purpose I have placed within you. Place me in the highest position in your life. Do not let anything, whether work, money, fame, or the worries of this life, take the place of the first in your heart. When you choose to place me above all else, everything else will naturally fall into place, and your life will enter into a perfect arrangement that only I can give. My child, prioritizing me is not an obligation, but a relationship. It is not about outward forms, not about how many times you visit places of worship, or how long your prayers are. What I long for is you, a sincere heart, a soul ready to walk with me in every ordinary moment of life. Understand that your commitment to me is not just in external gifts, but in a deep transformation from within. You may offer me wealth, time, or talents, but the most precious thing you can give is a completely surrendered heart. When you open your heart to me, when you allow me to touch the deepest corners of your soul, where you keep your fears, your hurts, and even your unspoken dreams, that is when you begin to experience a true miracle. Transformation from the inside out. You will discover that there is great power hidden in surrender. It is not a power from control or dominion, but a power from absolute peace. Peace when you know that you do not have to strive to control everything, because I hold all things in my hands. And when you make me your highest priority, you will see a miraculous arrangement unfold in every area of your life. Your relationships will change. When you love me above all, you will learn to love others with a more complete and purer love. You will ask less from others, for you will have been filled by me. Your work will take on new meaning. You will no longer feel that you are just making a living, but that you are fulfilling the mission I have placed before you, whether in the office, on the field, or in your own home. Your mind will become clear. When you listen to my voice, you will recognize what truly matters and what is just noise. Beloved, let me be the guiding lighthouse for you. When you walk through the sunny days, give thanks to me. When you enter into the stormy days, cling tightly to me, for it is in the storms that you will see my power shine the brightest. You will realize that the strength I give you is not a shield to protect you from every trial, but a fire within you that helps you face challenges with peace and courage, because you know that no matter what happens, I am holding your destiny. Courage, because you understand that there is no battle that you and I cannot overcome together. You will begin to see challenges in a new light. When the world sees failure, you will see an opportunity to grow. When others see a crisis, you will see a lesson and preparation. When someone sees an end, you will see a new beginning, for I am the one who turns ashes into beauty. My dear one, remember that placing me in the highest position does not mean you will never face difficulty, but it means that you will never have to go through difficulties alone. You will no longer fight by your own strength, but by the power of the one who has overcome the world. Start today. Give me the first moment when you wake up. Before you reach for your phone, before the worries flood your mind, let me be the first voice you listen to. It may be as simple as a prayer, Lord, I dedicate today to you. Please guide me. And you will be amazed at how just that first moment given to me can set the course for your whole day. Beloved, when you place me above all, I will place everything else in its proper place. The scattered pieces of your life will gradually fall into place. The right doors will open and the wrong ones will close. You will see that when you take care of my business, I will take care of your business. And one day, when you look back, you will not regret the things you gave up to prioritize me. On the contrary, you will know that this very choice led you to a life where every deep dream within your heart has been fulfilled. A life that is not only rich in material wealth, but rich in spirit, full of peace, love, and a mission that you are proud to live. So, beloved, decide today, put me first, love me more than anything, and surrender your heart completely to me. When you do this, you will not just live a life, you will live a transformed life, a life full of power, and a life bearing an eternal mark. I am about to speak to you. A promise that is everlasting, a covenant that can never be shaken. I will pour out blessings upon you as you boldly move forward, even when you do not see the path ahead. With every step you take in faith, with every decision you make to place me first, I will pour out blessings on you that you cannot measure. My beloved, do not be afraid when the stormy winds come. I will wrap you in the embrace of my love, an unshakable protection. The walls I have built around you are not made of stone or steel, but of my eternal love and faithfulness. When the world seeks to harm you with lies, when darkness tries to sow doubt in your heart, remember that I am your stronghold, your shield. No force can touch you when you stand under my covering. You may not see me, but I am present in every corner of your life. Every place you walk, every moment you live, I am watching, protecting, and caring for every detail. Nothing in your life is by chance. Not a single tear you shed is unnoticed. Be steadfast. Even in days when everything seems chaotic and confusing, I am quietly arranging each piece to complete a perfect picture that only I can see in its fullness. My beloved, my plan for you is not only good, but perfect. You may see rough paths and unexpected detours, but all things are working together to lead you to the place I have prepared for you, a place of beauty beyond your imagination. When one door closes, trust that I am opening another, and behind that door are things far beyond your expectations. Know this: my blessings are not limited to material wealth or outward success. The blessings I give are also a heart at peace amid the storms, a heart full of hope when everything around seems to fall apart, a strong spirit, unyielding to failure. But, my beloved, the greatest blessing is my presence, the one who is always with you. And when you have me, you have everything. My beloved, keep moving forward, even if it is with small steps. Do not wait for everything to be perfect before you begin, for it is in the journey that you will experience my faithfulness and power. When you stumble, I will lift you up. When you are weary, I will strengthen you. And when you stand before doors that no one else can open, I will open them with my own hand. I am about to bless your work and finances, opening doors you never thought possible. But remember this: the blessings I give are not for you to simply enjoy, but for you to become a channel of my love and provision to the world. And to maintain these blessings, I ask that you walk in honesty and integrity. Beloved, true success is not measured by numbers or possessions, but by the integrity with which you attain them. Never let the temptation of wealth lead you away from the values I have placed in your heart. You may conceal deceit from the eyes of the world, but before me, all things are clear. Choose honesty, even when no one sees, and integrity, even when it costs you. Do you know, beloved, that honesty is the seed that produces lasting blessings? When you keep your heart pure, you not only preserve your wealth, but also maintain a light, peaceful soul and a life free from the chains of fear. And I promise you, what you may lose by keeping your integrity, I will restore to you 100-fold, not just in material things, but in peace, respect, and honor. But my child, the blessings I bestow upon you are not meant to be hoarded, but to be shared. Always be ready to help those who are struggling. Do not think that you must be wealthy to give. Even if you have little, a generous heart can still be a miracle for someone else. Remember, giving is not a loss, but an investment in the eternal. When you help others, you are planting seeds of love, compassion, and kindness. And I, the one who sees in secret, will make those seeds bear beautiful fruit, not only in the lives of those you help, but also in your own life. Never underestimate small acts of kindness. A word of encouragement, a compassionate look, a helping hand. These seemingly small things, when born from a sincere heart, can create waves of change that you cannot even imagine. Sometimes, a simple act of love from you can become the only light guiding someone lost in darkness. My child, embrace this moment as a profound transformation within your soul. This is not merely an outward change, but an inner renewal from the way you view money, success, and the true meaning of life. Let love and compassion become the driving force behind all that you do. Focus on what truly matters. It is not how much you have, but how you give. It is not what you do, but the heart with which you do it. It is not what others think of you, but what I see in you. Beloved, when you choose to live by the principles I have set, honesty, integrity, generosity, and sincerity, you will find that your life becomes filled with meaning, joy, and fulfillment. You will experience a deep happiness, not from accumulation, but from sharing. You will sleep more peacefully, laugh more brightly, and live more lightly, because you are living in truth and in my blessings. And as you walk this path, I will give you a priceless gift: peace. This is not mere quiet, but a deep peace from within. A sense of being whole, loved, and guided by the one who holds all things in his hands. You will no longer chase after fleeting things, for your heart will have found satisfaction in what truly matters. You will no longer be caught in a meaningless race, for you will realize that true success is not in what you have, but in who you become. And when you reach that peace, you will be surrounded by wisdom and a clear purpose in life. What once caused confusion and uncertainty will gradually become clear. You will see life with new eyes, eyes full of hope, compassion, and gratitude. My beloved child, let your heart be filled with this truth. Life is not defined by what you hold on to, but by what you give away. And when you give with a sincere heart, I will be the one who fills you again, not only with material blessings, but with blessings that surpass what your eyes can see. So, my child, walk on, strong, honest, and generous. Do not hesitate to help. Do not fear that you will lack. For when you live according to my teachings, you will not only become rich in wealth, but also abundant in spirit. My beloved, understand that true transformation is not a fleeting moment, but a journey, a deep, sacred, and meaningful journey. It is a process of gradual steps where you are shaped, refined, and grow in my very presence. Do not rush or be discouraged if you do not see immediate results. For the greatest things are often formed in patience and faithfulness. As you walk with me, you will notice profound changes in your soul. It will not be just an outward change, but an inner metamorphosis, a transformation that reaches to the core of who you are. Each day, through every experience, every challenge, every word I speak, you will find your heart more open to love, loving not just those who are easy to love, but even those who have hurt you. You will learn to forgive, not because others deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. You will also recognize a deeper wisdom in your search for truth. What once confused you, unsettled you, will gradually become clear, for my light will illuminate the path you walk. You will no longer be swayed by lies or the hollow standards of the world, for your heart will now be firmly anchored in truth. Moreover, your soul will increasingly align with my nature. You will no longer listen to my voice only with your ears, but with your spirit. You will sense my gentle guidance, the whispers of encouragement, and the correction born out of love. You will no longer walk alone, but walk as one with me, united in desire, in purpose, and in love. My beloved, together you and I will create a life that is not only abundant, but overflowing with grace and blessings from heaven. It will not be an abundance of material wealth alone, but a richness from the inside out, a soul full of peace, a heart brimming with love, and a life that reflects my light. You will experience abundance in your relationships. Healed relationships, sincere connections, and friendships that bring encouragement and support. You will see that when you give in love, you never lose, but always receive more, in ways you never expected. You will also step into the abundance of the soul, a life no longer bound by worry or fear, but filled with freedom, peace, and joy. That joy will not come from circumstances, but from my very presence within you. And my child, the greatest abundance is the abundance in the relationship between you and me. A relationship not distant, not formal, but one of close companionship, where you know you are always heard, always understood, and always loved. But, my beloved, this journey is not always easy. There will be days when you feel weary, moments when you want to give up. But remember, transformation always occurs most powerfully during the hardest times. Just like gold must pass through fire to be refined, like a seed must crack open before it can sprout, it's in those moments when you feel weakest that my power is most strong within you. So, my child, do not be afraid when you feel you are changing. Sometimes change confuses you, and at times it brings loss. But remember that I do not take away anything without preparing something better for you. Be patient with yourself. A young tree cannot blossom overnight, but if cared for every day, it will bloom in its season. Likewise, stay faithful. Walk with me, and you will see the spring come into your life. A season full of sweet fruits that you have sown with your tears, with your patience, and with your faith. My beloved, the transformation I am working in you is not just for your own benefit, but so that you may become a source of blessing to others. You will be a lamp to guide those who are lost, a refreshing stream for the parched souls, and a living witness to my love and power. And when you live in this abundance, a richness that does not come from the world but from heaven itself, your life will become a hymn of praise to me, a song not only sung with words, but also lived out, in the way you live, in the way you love. My beloved, listen deeply and engrave these words into your heart, for this is the treasure I give to you. A humble, clear, and pure heart, a gift more precious than all the riches of the world. Guard and cherish this gift, for humility is the root of peace, the foundation of wisdom, and the door that leads you to deep unity with me and with those around you. Pride, my child, is the veil that clouds your eyes, preventing you from seeing the truth. It sneaks into your heart subtly, through self-satisfaction, comparison, and illusions of your own status. Pride pushes you away from me, erecting walls between you and others, and leaving you with empty, cold spaces in your heart. But humility is the light that illuminates your path, leading you to insight, harmony, and deep peace. Humility is not about lowering yourself, but understanding your true worth, knowing that you are precious in my eyes, but not higher than anyone else. Humility helps you realize that every gift you have comes from me, that maturity is more important than pride, and that admitting mistakes and learning from them is a sign of a strong soul. When you live in humility, you will no longer need to fight for recognition or prove your worth, for you will understand that your true value does not come from the praise of the world, but from my loving gaze and absolute acceptance of you. Beloved child, on this journey, I advise you, do not look upon those facing challenges with eyes of judgment. Do not hastily label or determine their worth based on what you see on the outside, for the battle they are fighting is not for you to judge. There are hidden pains, inner struggles that you cannot fully comprehend. Only I see their entire journey, every stumble, every effort, every tear shed in silence. A person who falters today may stand strong tomorrow. A person who falls today may be a witness to glory in the future. And remember, you too have been lifted by my hand when you were weak and lost. Therefore, instead of judging, offer compassion and forgiveness. Become the one who lifts up, not the one who tears down. Become the voice of encouragement, not condemnation. When you see the faults of others, ask yourself, if it were me, how would I want to be treated? And when you see someone fall, remember that you too have stumbled and have been raised by a hand, my hand. Beloved, let humility soften your heart, so that when you face the shortcomings of others, you still maintain a gaze full of love and patience. When you love without judgment, when you patiently uplift a hurting soul, you are reflecting my image, the one who loved you even when you were undeserving. Remember, judgment is easy, but understanding is precious. Criticism can be swift, but healing requires a long journey. Building walls of division is simple, but building a bridge of connection requires love, compassion, and true humility. Beloved, the life I want for you is not one of isolation on a high pedestal, but one of togetherness, where all are connected by love and empathy. When you live with humility, you will see the walls of division crumble, broken relationships mended, and dry souls revived. Humility is not just a virtue, it is a power. The power to heal, to reconcile, and to transform. It is the power that opens doors to hearts that seemed closed. The power that makes others feel heard, understood, and accepted. Beloved, I want you to be a bringer of peace, not conflict, a healer, not a hurtful one, a sower of love, not judgment. And when you do this, you will not only change the lives of others, you will see your own soul transformed. You will experience a deep peace, a peace that does not come from being right or wrong, but from loving rightly. It is a peace that only those who live in humility and love can understand. Beloved, finally, remember this. When you live in humility, you will see yourself clearly. When you live with compassion, you will see others through my eyes. And when you walk in love, you will feel my presence walking with you. Therefore, choose humility. Choose love. Choose to uplift. For this is not only the most beautiful way to live, it is the way that mirrors me most. The power I have given you is not for your own needs alone. It is a mighty stream, a sacred fire, given to flow through you and touch the hurting souls, broken lives, and vulnerable hearts. This is a power not to be kept within, but to be spread, not just to receive, but to give. But child, the first place this power must touch is the closest place of all, your home, your family. This is the first battlefield where you are called to express the influence of love, forgiveness, and reconciliation. Do not think that miracles only happen in distant places or grand endeavors. The first miracle begins right where you live, among the people you call family. I know, sometimes the deepest wounds come from those who are closest to us. Unforgiven words, misunderstandings that have lasted for years, and silent wounds that have never been healed. But my dear, the key to unlocking the flow of blessings in your home lies in love and forgiveness. Start by forgiving your loved ones. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free from the burden of pain. Forgive, for you too have been forgiven by me. And more than that, be brave enough to ask for forgiveness for the shortcomings and wrongs you have caused, whether by accident or intent. When you lay down your pride to bow in sincere repentance, you will open the door for my healing power to flow, not only in you, but also in your entire family. My dear, as you walk this path, the path of love and forgiveness, I promise that I will bring peace to the disputes that have lingered for years. The bitter words will gradually fall silent, making way for gentle conversations. The old wounds, no matter how deep, will be bandaged by the love and forgiveness you bring. I will turn discord into unity, tears into smiles, and years of suffering into seasons of abundant harvest. My dear, let peace dwell in your home. Don't let it be a distant wish. Let it become the breath in every conversation, the light in every gaze, and the heartbeat in every act of love. Peace is not the absence of conflict, but the presence of love, forgiveness, and compassion. When you allow peace to reign in your home, you will witness miracles unfold. Relationships that seemed shattered will begin to heal. The cracks in the hearts of your loved ones will be soothed. You will see that when the heart changes, the atmosphere in the home changes as well. My dear, this journey is not easy, but it is a sacred journey. Sometimes you will need to lay down your ego. Sometimes you will need to listen to hard words. And sometimes you will need to accept that the past cannot be changed. But my dear, the present can be healed, and the future can be reborn. Do not fear that forgiveness will make you weak, for forgiveness is, in fact, the highest form of strength. The strength to restore, the strength to heal, and the strength to transform. And when you have allowed the power of love to flow through your family, you will be ready to spread it even further. The souls I place along your path, your friends, companions, even strangers, they will feel the warmth from you. For when you learn to love and forgive those closest to you, you will find it easier to carry that love into the wider world. Remember, every act of love, no matter how small, creates waves of change. A sincere apology, a soothing hug, a timely gesture of care. These all carry the power of transformation. The seeds of love you sow today may sprout slowly, but they will certainly bloom and bear fruit in their due season. My dear, do not wait for a great miracle to fall from the sky, for the miracle is already in your hands, in forgiveness, in love, and in patience. You will see that as your family transforms, so will you. From the inside out, from the smallest things to the greatest, your life will become a living testimony to the transformative power I have placed within you. My beloved child, listen deeply to these words, for this is a message I have written just for you. A promise, a covenant, and also a sacred invitation. I will walk with you every step of the way, from the deepest, darkest valleys to the brightest, highest peaks. There is no place so far that I cannot reach, no circumstance too difficult that I cannot help you overcome. Whether you are walking on smooth paths or climbing steep and rugged mountains, I will always be by your side, a faithful companion, a guiding light, a hand to lift you when you are weary. My child, keep your heart open to my presence. Do not close the door of your soul in fear or doubt. Let me enter. Let me become the one who leads you on the journey towards a future full of grace and favor. At times, you may not see the full path ahead, but be steadfast, for I am already walking ahead, preparing the way and arranging everything for you. You do not need to have all the answers. My beloved child, do not fear the unknowns of tomorrow. Tomorrow may bring challenges, but it is also where miracles are waiting for you. Embrace the new day, not with worry, but with faith. Not with defense, but with surrender. For as you step forward, I am already there, ready to prepare the way, ready to prepare the way, ready to open doors that you cannot open on your own, and ready to close paths not meant for you. Remember, every challenge you face is a hidden opportunity. It is an opportunity for your faith to grow stronger and for you to draw closer to me. Do not be quick to fear when the road becomes difficult, for it is in those moments that my power shines brightest. You may feel weak, but it is when you are weakest that my strength is most evident in you. My child, you are never alone. Even if you feel forsaken, even if everyone turns away from you, I am still here. I am your refuge, a safe place, a strong fortress that nothing can shake. When the storms of life come, I am the place where you can shelter, the arm that shields you, the shoulder you can lean on. And when the storm passes, I will be the solid foundation for you to rise up and move forward. Therefore, my beloved child, receive my promises with unwavering faith. Do not let doubt cloud what I have spoken in promise. I am not a God who promises and forgets. Every word I speak will become reality. Even when you do not see movement, remember that I am working in silence, arranging everything for your ultimate good. My child, find comfort in the certainty that I am always with you. Do not let the worries of the future steal the peace of today. My love for you is not based on circumstances, nor dependent on your successes or failures. It is unconditional love. a love eternal that nothing can separate. Not hardship, not failure, not mistakes, not any power. Nothing can cause me to stop loving you. My beloved child, together you and I will write a transformative story. A story that will shine brightly and inspire the world yearning for renewal. Do not think you are too small to make a difference. When you walk with me, you carry light. A light that cannot be extinguished. A light strong enough to break the darkness. Child, know that this is your time. This is the moment I call you to step forward. Not with fear, but with courage. Not with hesitation, but with faith. Deep within your soul, a mighty strength is awakening. It is the strength I placed within you from the moment you were created. Listen to that call. Let it lead you, and move with all your bravery. My beloved, you are not a flickering candle. You are a blazing torch. You are not a seed buried deep. You are a strong tree reaching up. And you are not walking alone. You walk with me, and I will never let you stray. My beloved, listen closely, for what I am about to declare to you is not merely a comfort, but a covenant of power, a promise that will become real as you walk in my guidance. Keep your heart steady, for when you take each step according to my word, you will witness miracles unfold before your eyes. What seems impossible will become possible. The doors the world believes are shut will be opened wide by my power, which no one can resist. Even diseases thought incurable will be healed under my hand. You will see wonders happen before you. Those who were once bedridden, those who lived in despair and weakness, will rise up strong, full of life, in a miraculous act of liberation from me. The breath of new life will fill their bodies, and the light of hope will shine brightly in eyes once clouded by pain. But child, my miracles do not stop at the physical. I do not only heal external wounds, but I also release the invisible burdens that have bound their souls for so long. There are diseases deep within the soul, scars of the past, chains of guilt, burdens of sin and self-condemnation, things no earthly medicine can touch. But be assured, for with a single word from me, all those chains will be broken. When I touch, not only will their bodies be healed, but their souls will be freed. The lies that have held them in darkness, that they are unworthy, that it is too late for them to be forgiven, will be swept away by the light of truth. They will no longer be defined by the mistakes of yesterday, but they will be called by a new name: redeemed, healed, loved. My beloved, the miracles I perform are not isolated events, but living signs of my unchanging love and power. And know this, I do not do these things through someone distant. You will be the one to witness, to touch, and even to participate in these miracles. I will use you, your hands, your words, your compassion, to bring healing to those souls who are longing. Do not think you are too small for me to use. A willing heart in my hands is stronger than the greatest powers on earth. When you pray for the sick with true faith, you will see miracles happen. Diseases will be driven away, despair will turn into hope, and tears of sorrow will turn into songs of joy. But my dear, before I act through you, I want to act within you. I want to heal the wounds that remain in your soul. If there are scars you have hidden, if there are pains you have never spoken of, let me touch them. Do not fear exposing your weakest parts before me, for I do not come to judge, but to heal. I do not come to condemn, but to set free. Beloved, When you experience my healing and freedom, you will become a living testament of my power. You will not only speak of miracles, but you will become a miracle. What once bound you will become a testimony to set others free. The tears you have shed will become a source of comfort for those souls thirsting for hope. Be steadfast. The journey with me is not always easy, but it is surely the journey of miracles. Sometimes before the miracle happens, you will walk by faith. Faith to pray when you see no results. Faith to hope when all doors seem closed. But my dear, it is in these moments that your faith will grow stronger, for you will learn to see with spiritual eyes, to see that I am working even when you cannot see with your natural eyes. Remember, there is no limit to my power. There is no sickness too heavy, no wound too deep, no sin too great for me to heal and restore. Do not let fear make you doubt what I can do. I am the one who opened the eyes of the blind, made the lame dance, and called the dead to rise from the grave. And I am the one who lives in you today, with the same power, the same compassion, and the same unchanging love. Beloved, prepare your heart, for I am about to do great things. Miracles will not only happen in distant places, but they will happen in your own life, in your family, and through you. You will not just be a witness, but you will walk alongside me in this marvelous work. So, my dear, walk with strong faith, pray with hope, love with compassion, and as you do these things, you will see that every limit will be broken, every chain will be shattered, and everything that seems impossible will become possible in my name. Finally, remember this: the greatest miracle is not just physical healing, but the transformation of a soul, from despair to hope, from falling down to rising up, from brokenness to wholeness. And you will see that your life story, with all its ups and downs, all its tears and victories, will become a miracle that shines and inspires the world. Stand firm on my truth, a foundation that can never be shaken, and you will witness my power turn trials into radiant victories, transform deep pain into complete joy. Keep this in your heart. The enemy has been defeated. Death has been swallowed up in victory. No power in the universe, no matter how great, can compare to my strength. And when you stand with me, nothing can stand against you. No one can bring you down, and no enemy can take away what I have placed in your life. Remember, the joy I give you is not something that can be taken away, for it does not come from the world, but from my very presence within your heart. Even if someone tries to steal your smile, they cannot reach the deep root of joy that I have planted within you. It is a joy that transcends circumstances, a joy that cannot be extinguished even when you are walking through the harshest trials. My beloved, on this journey, always listen to my words, for they contain truth and life. Every word I speak is a light to guide your path, a bread to nourish your soul, a weapon to protect your mind from the schemes of darkness. Do not let yourself be shaken by the doubts that creep into your heart. Do not let the false voices obscure the truth I have spoken to you. The enemy will try to whisper in your ear that you are not strong enough, that you will fail, that I have forgotten you. But my beloved, recognize those lies and break them down with my truth. You need to know that many are living in darkness, a dense darkness of fear, lies, and despair. In their own confusion, they create false illusions, spread lies, and seek to drag others into that deep abyss. But you, my beloved, do not belong to the darkness. You were born to belong to the light. You are not the one to be pulled down, but the one called to rise. Higher than the lies, higher than the fears, higher than the limits that the world tries to impose on you. If you hold fast to your faith in me, you will discover a power that renders all fear meaningless. It is the power of truth, of love, and of peace that surpasses all understanding. Those things that once made you tremble will lose their strength. What once was a torment will become a launching pad for you to rise stronger. You will no longer be a victim of lies, but a proclaimer of truth. You will no longer flee from fear, but will step on it and walk forward in courage. My beloved, in all of this, guard your heart with all diligence, for from it flow the issues of life. Your heart is the spring of everything in life, your thoughts, your words, and your actions. If that spring is pure, your life will radiate the fragrance of blessing. But if it becomes polluted, you will experience pain, disappointment, and dryness. Therefore, do not allow chaos, bad habits, or destructive temptations to take root in your heart. Do not let nameless worries cling to your mind. Do not let fleeting pleasures bind your soul. And do not let harmful words from others wither your spirit. Instead, water your heart with my word, protect it with prayer, and keep it soft with love and forgiveness. Know this: your mind is the gateway, so guard what you allow to enter. Do not accept negativity, harmful images, or fear-inducing stories. Let only things that are true, noble, and praiseworthy fill your mind. Your words are seeds, so sow those that bring life. Do not speak bitter words, blame, or anger. Let your mouth become a stream of encouragement, comfort, and hope. Your actions are the results, so let them reflect my light. Do not merely speak of love, live in love. Do not just hear about forgiveness, practice forgiveness. My beloved child, the battle you are facing is not merely external, but it is within your heart. True victory does not come when you defeat the enemy outside, but when you conquer your own heart, so that it belongs wholly to me. If you keep your heart pure, if you stand firm in truth, if you live in unwavering faith, no power will be able to stop you. You will see yourself walking in power, speaking words of life, and reaching souls that thirst for hope. You will become a beacon in the dark, a torch lighting the way for the lost, and a source of blessing that I use to refresh this world. Your heart, this is the most sacred sanctuary where my presence dwells. Your home is the space where my love, peace, and blessings spread. These two places are the holy strongholds that you must guard with all wisdom and vigilance. Guard your heart, where every dream, every thought, and every feeling begins. Do not allow harmful seeds such as resentment, envy, or bitterness to take root. Do not let the lies of the enemy harden or chill your heart. Instead, keep your heart tender so that it becomes fertile ground, where love, forgiveness, and kindness are sown and flourish. And guard your home, not just the physical dwelling, but the space of your soul, where you and your loved ones grow together in love and truth. Do not let quarrels, misunderstandings, or harsh words turn your home into a battlefield. Let my words echo in every conversation, and let my presence shine in every action you take. My beloved, on this journey, show compassion to those who have fallen. Do not turn away or judge them with anger or pride. Remember that in my eyes, they are not forsaken. They are in my arms, waiting to be healed. When you meet someone who has fallen, do not look at them with contempt, but look at them with eyes of love, just as I looked at you when you were lost. If you have received forgiveness and grace from me, extend the same grace to them. Do not keep my love to yourself. Let it flow through you like a stream, refreshing souls that are parched. My beloved, I long to seek and save those who are lost. Each person walking in darkness is a precious gem that I wish to redeem. I see the struggles in their hearts, the pain they dare not speak of, and the wounds that have led them away from my presence. But child, their journey is not over, and the door of hope is never closed. So, do not forsake them. Do not turn them away, no matter how far they have gone. Remember, no one is so lost that they cannot return. Sometimes, a single word of love, a simple gesture of compassion, or a sincere presence can be enough to pull them out of the depths of despair. Beloved child, fight for them with sincere prayers. When you intercede on their behalf, every word of prayer does not fall in vain, but rises before my throne like a sweet fragrance. Call their name with all your heart, with steadfast faith, and with the belief that I can do the impossible. Do not cease praying, even if you do not yet see the change, because even when you do not see, I am still at work. And when you have the chance, approach them not with judgment, but with compassion. Speak gently to them. Do not rush to say grand words or deliver dry sermons. Sometimes, a word filled with empathy, a sincere glance, or patient listening holds more power than 1,000 words. My child, your words can become the beacon of hope they are seeking in the darkness. A word born from genuine love can unlock a heart that fear has closed, soothe the pains that time cannot heal, and awaken in them a hope that has long faded. And when you speak of me, declare my unchanging love to them. Do not let them think they have strayed too far to return. Tell them that I am always ready to welcome them, without conditions, without perfection, without needing any proof. Say to them, I stand here with arms wide open, longing for the day you return. No mistake is too great for me to turn away. No wound is too deep for me to heal. No past is powerful enough to erase the love I have for you since the beginning. Beloved child, if they choose to surrender their lives to me, they will find a freedom the world cannot give, a deep, complete freedom that exceeds all their dreams. It is freedom not from difficulties, but freedom of the soul, freedom from shame, from burdens, from the chains of the past, and in that freedom they will find joy, a deep joy surpassing all understanding, a joy that no one can take away. Beloved child, remember that I am not only calling you to receive my love, but to share it, not just for you to be healed, but for you to become a vessel of healing, not just for you to walk in the light, but for you to become the light for others. So, my child, keep your heart soft towards those who are suffering. Keep your heart open to those who are lost. Keep your tongue as a source of encouragement and your hands as instruments of love. For when you love as I have loved, when you forgive as I have forgiven, when you uplift as I have uplifted you, then you are reflecting me, and through you they will see me, feel me, and ultimately they will return to me. The challenges you are facing are only temporary, and the sorrows that weigh heavy on your soul are not forever. They do not define you, nor are they the end of your journey. All things shall pass, just as the night gives way to the dawn. On the other side of the threshold of trial, my promises are waiting for you, whole and complete. I see every tear you shed. I understand every sigh in silence, the deep desires within you, the wonders your heart longs for. I know them, and I will fulfill them. Not in the way the world expects, nor according to your timing, but in a way far better than anything you could imagine, in the perfect moment that I have ordained. Therefore, my child, keep your heart at peace, and allow your soul to become the fertile ground where faith can grow strong. Faith is not when you see a miracle happen instantly, but when you still believe, even when you see nothing. It is when you continue to walk along the misty path, trusting that I am guiding the way. When the storm knocks you down, when the tempests make you tremble, hold on to me, for I am your refuge and your stronghold. The strongest faith is not when you stand in the light, but when you walk through the darkness and still stand firm. My child, I am the one who performs miracles, the one who speaks and all things come into being. I have made a way through the depths of the sea. I have called the dead to life, and I have made the impossible possible. And today I am working in your life. Even though you may sometimes think I am silent, know that my silence is not my absence. When you do not yet see the door open, it is because I am working behind the curtain. When you feel alone, it is because I am holding you in my invisible embrace. What you desire will come, not a moment too soon, nor a moment too late, but exactly when it is the right moment. Sometimes, the waiting is the most important part of the miracle, for in the waiting, I am working within you, shaping patience, refining your faith, and preparing you to receive the greater blessings to come. Be steadfast, for the trials will eventually fade. What makes you weep today will tomorrow stand as a witness to your victory. The pain that seems unbearable will become a mark of resilience, and when you stand on the mountain of triumph, you will understand that every storm, every wound, every tear was never in vain. Suffering is never the end, but always the bridge to restoration and glory. What once weighed heavily on your heart will turn into perfect joy, a joy so deep that no one can take it from you. This is not the shallow joy of the world, but the fullness of joy that comes from knowing you have passed through the fire and were not burned, that you have weathered the storm and were not drowned. Imagine that day, the day when you look back on the journey and see that every challenge was a part of the perfect picture I have painted for your life. You will realize that the closed doors protected you from the wrong paths, that the times of waiting have forged in you a faith stronger than gold, and that the tears have watered your soul, causing fruits to bloom that you never thought you would harvest. On that day, you will not just hear about miracles, but you will be a living witness to them. You will stand among the people and say, I have experienced the faithful one. I have seen his power move in my life. So, my beloved, right now continue to walk. Do not stop. Do not let fear or weariness cause you to falter. Though the path may be rough, though ahead may lie steep cliffs, keep walking, for each step you take brings you closer to the fulfillment of my promises. And with every step, let your heart overflow with gratitude, not just for the miracles that are yet to come, but for my presence in the journey you are walking right now. You do not have to wait for tomorrow to recognize me, because I am here, in every breath, in every moment, and in every step you take. These are not just words of comfort, but a covenant eternal, an unchanging promise I have made just for you. I am the one who leads you, the hand that guides you through every winding path. And as you walk with me, you will lack nothing, for I am the one who meets every need you have. Know, my beloved child, that my provision for you will never run dry. There will always be food on your table, abundance in your storehouse, and laughter echoing through your home. The days of scarcity, the worries of tomorrow, will become a thing of the past, for I am the source of your life, the one who provides, and the watchful eye that never ceases to follow you. No need of yours will I forget. No dream of yours will I overlook. Each morning, when you open your eyes, you will rise with a light heart, your wings of freedom spread wide, ready to soar with the heavenly light. The burdens of yesterday will no longer bind you, for I have removed them from your shoulders. The anxieties that once kept you awake, the fears that once made you falter, will all vanish in my presence. You will enter this new day not by your own strength, but by my power, the power that makes the impossible possible. My beloved, I am breaking the barriers that have held you captive for so long. The chains that once bound your soul, fear, inferiority, the lies about your worth, will all be shattered under my authority. Nothing will stand in your way, for I have set you free. The door that once was tightly shut before you, I am opening. The walls that once blocked your path, I am bringing down. You are no longer held captive, but set free to walk with confidence and a clear purpose. Look now, my child. Your soul will soar, light as the breeze, strong as the eagle that rides the storm. The challenges before you will no longer be sources of fear, but launch pads for you to rise higher. Each stumble will become a lesson, each storm will strengthen your wings of faith, and each failure will lay the foundation for a glorious victory. From now on, you will no longer walk in fear. The shadows that once made you tremble will recede, for my light goes before you, preparing the way. You will move forward with steadfastness, for your feet are firmly planted on a solid foundation, the foundation of my word, my unchanging promise. And you will not walk alone. I am with you every step of the way. When you are weary, I will be your support. When you fall, I will lift you up. When you lose your way, I will be the light guiding your path. And when you triumph, I will stand beside you, smiling, and say, "My child, I have always been here." That is why you have not failed. Walk with the certainty that if you fall, I will lift you. If you weep, I will wipe your tears. If you call, I will answer. And if you walk in the darkness, I will be the light to lead you. You may not see me, but my footprints will always walk beside yours. My beloved, remember this. You were not born to live in fear, but to shine in freedom. You were not made to live in darkness, but to walk in eternal light. You were not destined to fail, but to triumph. What I have promised, I will surely fulfill. Let the faith within you burn brighter than any doubt, and let the hope within you shine brighter than any darkness. Do not look at your circumstances to judge your future. Look to me, the one who holds your future in my hands. Therefore, my child, walk forward with courage. Live with your eyes looking ahead, a heart steadfast in faith, and a soul ablaze with hope. For the future I have prepared for you is not only good, but abundant and whole. And when that day comes, the day you look back upon the journey you've traveled, you will not see failures, but lessons learned. You will not see losses, but rewards earned. You will not see wounds, but marks of victory. Let my voice guide you, a voice gentle yet powerful, strong enough to dispel every echo of doubt, every sound of fear and uncertainty. You are walking the path I have set for you, and within you resides a great strength, one that does not come from this world, but from my presence within you. This is the eternal truth, and nothing can diminish this strength, except for your own refusal to believe in it. So, walk with me, place your hand in mine, and together we will face every challenge, overcome every barrier. Whether you must walk through fields of thorns or paths shrouded in darkness, do not fear, for I am always by your side. There is no mountain too high, no sea too wide, and no storm too fierce when you walk with me. You will never have to fight alone. My child, my love for you is unchanging, eternal, and never fading. It is not love only when you are strong, but love that remains even when you are weak. No mistake of yours can make me love you less, and no success can make me love you more, for my love for you has been whole from the very beginning. So, trust in this love. Open your heart to receive it, not as a distant theory, but as a living force that can support you with each step, each breath. When you fall, this love is the hand that lifts you. When you are lost, this love is the light that shows the way. And when you are weary, this love is the place where you can rest, renew, and continue. My beloved, take a moment to reflect. Remember, how many times have I acted in your life, and you did not even count? How many doors that were once closed before you have I opened? How many times did you think you could not go on, but I gave you strength? How many moments did you think it was all over, but I continued your story with a new chapter? These miracles are not random. They are the marks of my love upon your life's journey. But my child, why is it that when new challenges arise, they make you forget the wonders I have performed? Why, when the first storm blows, do you feel lost, as if I have never acted in your life before? Do not let current trials obscure the miracles I have already made. Hold on to the victories I have given you. Let them become your milestones, so that each time you face a new challenge, you can look back and say, if he did this in the past, he will surely do something even greater today. My beloved, is there a curiosity in your heart, a longing to know what lies ahead? Are you wondering what your future will hold? Listen to me now. What awaits you is greater than anything you've ever dreamed. What I have prepared for you is not just ordinary blessings, but miracles beyond all your hopes. But my child, in order to step into these things, you must place your full trust in me. Not a half-hearted trust, not a trust that wavers when the winds are strong, but an absolute trust. Trust that says, even though I cannot see, I still believe. Even though I do not understand, I will follow. Even though I must wait, I will be patient. If you give me such trust, you will see. The door that seemed closed will open. Not by your strength, but by my authority. Dreams that seemed to have withered will be revived, not by your own effort, but by the power I pour out. The broken pieces of your soul will be healed, not by time, but by the love I touch you with. My beloved, be ready. The miracles that are coming will not only change your circumstances, but will transform you. You will no longer be the same. You will become one with stronger faith, greater courage, and a powerful story to tell the world. A story not about what you have done, but about what I have done through you. So, walk boldly, spread the wings of faith, and let me lead you into things that the eye has not seen, the ear has not heard, and the heart has not imagined. Remember, the only limit on this journey is the limit of the trust you place in me. My child, a new chapter is about to unfold. A miraculous journey is about to begin, and I, the one who has walked with you from the beginning, will walk with you to the very end. Let your trust open the door, and let my miracles fill every page of your life. For the greatest things are still ahead. Beloved child, listen to the call from deep within your heart, where I am pouring into you a new stream of life. Every breath, every heartbeat within you is being stirred by me to heal, to lift, and to restore both your body and soul. Like the gentle dawn breaking through the mist, I am weaving through the deepest corners of your memory. There, I gently stir the dreams you once held, yet have forgotten, overshadowed by the dust of time, dreams that seemed dead and silent, but with my breath upon them they will revive, growing strong like new sprouts after the rain. I see in you the flame that once burned brightly, the flame of passion, of desire, of light that once illuminated your path. It is the flame of youth, of days when you dared to dream and dared to act. Though the years may have tired you, though the trials may have dimmed that light, I will blow upon that flame with a fresh wind, and it will blaze again with brilliance. That flame has never gone out. It has only been waiting for the breath of life from my love and power. Do not let the numbers of the years bind your soul. Do not ask if it is too late to begin, for in my eyes time is never a limit. The years cannot define your worth. Age may touch the body, but your soul, the most exquisite part of what I have made, remains forever youthful, forever strong, and forever shining. To me, you are not confined by the measurements of the past or the future. You are a perfect being, carrying within you a light that transcends the limits of time. My beloved, you carry within you a beauty that you have yet to fully understand. It is the beauty of a soul that has known pain yet remains resilient, the beauty of strength that rises after every fall, the beauty of faith, hope, and a longing to live a life of completeness. At times you may look at yourself through the mirror of your mistakes and losses, seeing only your smallness, but in my eyes, you are a masterpiece. No scar can diminish your worth, for it is those very scars that tell the story of your strength and journey. You are priceless to me, not for what you have done, but simply because you are you. Your worth is not measured by success or failure, but in your very existence, in the radiant soul I placed within you from the beginning. I wish you could see yourself through my eyes, a wonderful, beloved soul, with an irreplaceable place in my heart. So, my dear, do not hesitate to move forward. Do not let the whispers of fear and doubt stand in your way. Do not let the past steal your hope for the future. Let me lead the way. Let me strengthen you, and let me rekindle the flame within you once more. For when you take my hand, nothing is impossible. And when the light within you shines, it will not only illuminate your own path, but also warm the souls around you. Rise up, walk forward, and know that with me, you are the miracle. My beloved, now I want you to look into your own soul and ask yourself, do you still need anything more to fully feel the love I have for you? My words may be carried away by the wind, but my actions are forever engraved in every corner of your life. My love for you is not just a promise, but a presence. The very love you have felt in every step you take. When you look back on your journey, you will see that I have always been with you, watching over you and lifting you up, even in the moments when you thought you were most alone. Do you realize that every breath you take, every moment of your life, is a gift from me? Yes, it is not by chance that you stand strong, still fighting even after countless falls. It is my love, unseen yet powerful, nurturing and protecting you each day. It is my presence in your life that is the clearest and most convincing proof that my love is eternal and unshakable. Right now, in this moment, I am pouring my very life into every soul that calls to me with a sincere heart. Do you know, my child, you are never alone. Even when you feel most lost, I am always there, reaching out to save you. I hear every desperate cry from your heart, every tear that silently falls in the dark of night, every prayer, every breath in your yearning for peace. I remember, and I respond not with empty promises, but with actions. Actions of gentleness, boundless compassion, and the healing you so rightly deserve. Be still and receive the covenant I offer you today. This is not merely an empty promise, but a commitment. The very life I give to you, the rebirth of your soul, the restoration of strength once stolen by time and trials. Know that in every moment of this life I am present, always there to bring healing, comfort, and hope to you. This is the covenant of love I offer to you, a covenant whose value you will recognize in each day, in every moment you live. My beloved, let hope spread throughout every corner of your soul, so that the light of faith can shine into the deepest darkness within you. Hope is a flame that never goes out. It will illuminate every path you walk, giving you the strength to face challenges, to rise up with power, and to never give up on your dreams. Hope is not just a belief in the future, but an eternal energy that helps you overcome all obstacles, enabling you to see the world around you with eyes full of love and faith in the goodness that is yet to come. My hand now gently rests upon your heart, with a love tender yet powerful, like a deep healing touch. The old wounds that you have carried for so long, the pain that seemed impossible to erase, I will make them vanish. The scars on your soul will be healed, and those very scars will become the marks of your growth. Of a soul that has overcome every challenge, you will feel a profound change. A change that, even in this moment, you may not fully perceive, but it will begin to form, like a seed sprouting in the soil, gradually, powerfully, and steadfastly. From this moment on, you will notice a transformation within yourself. It will not only be an external change, but a deep metamorphosis from within your soul. This change will not only help you realize your own beauty, but will also help you understand more clearly the great love I have for you. Every step you take from now on will be steadier, and every decision you make will carry with it confidence. For you will know that, in every journey, I am always by your side. My love will be the torch that lights your way, guiding you through every darkness so that you will never lose your way. Believe that you are a part of my grand plan. Believe that with each day you live, with every breath you take, You are a testimony to my eternal love for you. Never doubt your worth, for you are priceless to me. Let this change awaken you, revive the dreams, desires, and passions that you have buried deep within. I am here, always beside you, waiting for you to open your heart and embrace this love. My beloved, at this moment, I want you to clearly see one thing. I will perform miracles in your life, every day, every hour. These are not distant miracles, but the wonders that exist in the simple moments of life. My hand will walk with you, gently yet powerfully, pouring joy beyond words, fresh hope, helping you see that each passing day carries with it luck and unseen miracles. I will place before you those who are in need of support, hearts that long for light. And in those very moments, I will give you the opportunity to fulfill my will on this earth. What you do, your small acts, will carry with them great change. You will see that every step you take is not only a personal journey, but a spreading of love, of hope, to those around you. I have not placed you in this life to merely exist, but to become a part of a greater story, where you are the one who creates miracles for hearts in need of healing. And along this journey, I will guide you to a deeper realization of your true worth. You will no longer be just a vague figure in this vast world, but a clear, strong, and meaningful individual. You will realize that your value is not measured by success or failure, but by your very existence, by the light within you that I ignited from the very first moment. You are my masterpiece, a great work that can never be replaced or dimmed by anything in this world. Never let anyone diminish your worth. Do not allow any words or actions to make you doubt yourself, for you are a part of my greatness. Whenever you feel lost, whenever you experience pain or injustice, remember that I have created you with a noble purpose. You carry within you wisdom, love, and strength that you may not yet fully see. Trust in yourself. Trust in what I have placed within you. You possess a vast power and ability to change the world, but only when you realize your own value and walk in that truth with confidence. I will never let you walk alone. With every step you take, I am always beside you, not only guiding you through hardships, but also protecting you from deception, from challenges that could cause you to lose confidence in yourself. Life is not always easy, but I want you to know that I am always there, watching over you, helping you overcome each obstacle, and making every step you take a journey more wonderful than ever. Child of light, believe in the mission you carry within you. Know that whenever you step into this world with compassion and love, you will illuminate every place you pass. You carry a flame within you, a flame that I lit from the moment you began this journey. Do not let the darkness or fears extinguish that flame. Let my love be the light that guides you, that helps you rise each time you fall, showing you that every difficulty can be overcome when you stand in my presence. Let this message sink deeply into your heart and become the healing balm for your soul. Every word of mine is an invaluable source of healing, bringing peace to hearts filled with pain. When you believe in this love, when you walk into wisdom and absolute trust in me, you will realize that life can change in an instant. Each day, each moment, I will give you a gift, the gift of life, of hope, of faith, and healing. You are part of a great plan, and every step you take is of profound meaning. Let my love surround you and let you become a source of light to those around you. I do not just want you to live, but to live fully, to live with joy, to live with purpose, to live in order to bring healing to yourself and to the world. When you understand this, when you recognize the profound value of yourself, you will step into this life with an open heart, and a strong spirit, and that is how I will lead you to a life of abundance, where you find freedom, peace, and eternal love in every moment of your being. In times when you feel your heart needs to seek peace, take time to pray, to connect your soul deeply with me. Below are 10 prayers you may offer to me, so that your spirit may be guided and healed. Lord, grant me the ability to listen to the voice within my soul, to feel your presence in every moment of my life. I offer to you my boundless gratitude for the love you have bestowed upon me. Lord, grant me the strength to overcome all trials. When I feel weak, please give me unwavering faith, so that I may know you are always with me, guiding each step. Lord, grant me a heart that loves as you love. Renew my soul. Help me overcome hatred and resentment, and instead, replace them with compassion and kindness. Lord, open the eyes of my soul, so that I may see the world through your eyes, and know that everyone around me is a person you have created, whom I am called to love. Lord, strengthen my faith, so that I never forget that you are the source of endless power. No matter how fierce life's storms may be, I will always turn to you with steadfast heart. Lord, grant me wisdom to illuminate the path you have laid before me. Help me to see all things in the light of your love and truth. Lord, soothe the pain in my heart and in the hearts of my loved ones. I ask you to grant us healing so that we may find peace and vitality in your love. Lord, teach me how to pray with reverence, that I may live according to your will, help those in need, and share love in every action I take. Lord, may I always live in gratitude, not only in moments of success, but also in times of challenge. Teach me to see each day as an invaluable gift you have given. Lord, grant me peace in my heart, that I may always feel the comfort of your love, even when faced with difficulties or sorrow. I surrender my life to serve you in both the good and the challenging times. Lord, each prayer is a door that opens to connect with you, receiving healing and light. I know that even when I may feel distant from you, your love is always present, always waiting for me to return, with reverence and absolute trust. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you love the Lord, don't forget to press the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss the meaningful and life-giving messages from God. Together we will grow in faith and live a full life in His love. Amen.